Our learning objective is that students will summarize the text by saying the most important ideas in just a few sentences. So, when we summarize, we're putting the author's ideas into our own words. We can accomplish this by step 1, reading part of the text. Then, stopping to think about the most important ideas and saying them in our own words. We'll repeat this until we come to the end of the book. At the end, we put it all together and we say the most important ideas in a few sentences. Some tips are to use important details, use words and pictures from the text, and don't change the meaning of the story. Our story is Pete the Cat and the Treasure Map. Captain Pete looks across Cat Cove. The sun is sparkling on the water. It's a beautiful day for an adventure. Something flies towards Captain Pete's ship. It's a parrot. Squawk, says the parrot. She gives Captain Pete a crumpled piece of paper. What is it? asks First Mate Callie. Pete looks at the paper. There's a long trail that ends with an X. It's a treasure map, he says. Treasure, says First Mate Callie. Where? On Secret Island, says Captain Pete. So let's pause here for our first attempt at summarizing the story. I'm going to give you a few moments to think about what's happened. Use your own words to say a sentence or two to describe the text. Go ahead. All right, great job. Let's continue on. Let's go, says First Mate Callie. Woohoo! Cries the crew. Treasure! Captain Pete steers the ship through the big waves. The salty wind pushes the sails. The ship is going really fast. We have swoosh, splash. Good job, mateys, says Captain Pete. We'll be there in no time. Uh-oh. Captain Pete spoke too soon. He spies something coming toward them. What is that? asked First Mate Callie. A giant arm reaches up and splashes the water. It makes a wave that crashes down on Pete's boat. Kersplash! Squawk! cries the parrot. Ah! yells the crew. Again, let's pause. Now, let's summarize what we've just read, the second part. Use your own words again. Okay, let's continue. Another arm comes crashing down. Kersplash! The crew is scared, but not Captain Pete. He knows that the monster isn't trying to scare them. He's rocking a cool beat. Captain Pete takes out his guitar and strums. The monster rises out of the water. The crew takes cover, but the monster stops when he hears Pete playing. He nods his head along. He's not a scary sea monster. He's an awesome sea drummer. Rock on, says Captain Pete. Thanks, booms the monster. Oh no, Captain, shouts First Mate Callie. A big storm is coming. Batten down the hatches, says Captain Pete. Everyone gets ready for the storm. The waves toss the ship, but the crew is brave. Captain Pete has an idea. Hey there, friend, he yells to the sea monster. We need some help. The monster grabs the ship with his giant arms and gives it a great big boost. The ship moves right through the storm. Hooray! shouts the crew as the monster swims up to the boat. Thanks, friend, yells Captain Pete. No problem, booms the monster. Again, what just happened in those last few pages? Right, use your own words. Great job summarizing. Now continue to remember what we've said for each part of this, because at the end, we're going to have to put it all together in just a few sentences. Land ho! Yells first mate Callie, pointing out over the sea. All the pirates rush to look. It's Secret Island, says Captain Pete. On the beach there, buddy, Grumpy Toad, is waiting with a glittering pile of treasure. Ahoy, mateys! You got my map, Grumpy Toad says. Treasure is no fun if you can't share it with your friends. The crew is so happy. They do cartwheels in the sand. Thanks, Grumpy Toad, they shout. I think we're missing something, says Captain Pete. Let's play some music. What a great idea, says Grumpy Toad. The pirates load all the treasure onto the ship. Captain Pete takes out his guitar and strums, but something is missing from his song. Our drummer, Captain Pete says, as the sea monster pops his head above the waves. Would you like to join my crew? Aye, booms the monster. Rock on, Captain Pete says as the monster joins in on a rockin' pirate tune. Captain Pete's crew is complete. All the pirates sing, yo ho, a pirate's life for us. And that's the end of our story. Now that we've practiced all of this amazing summarizing, use your own words to develop 1 or 2 sentences about what the story was mainly about.